One game I do want to revisit before we get into previewing the play-in and first round of playoffs, which is the Lakers and the Mavs game. How about it? Because honestly, this wasn't just a game. It was a full-on soap opera at American Airlines Center. The Lakers took it to 112 to 97, but that's not the real story. The real story is this was Luka Doncic's big return to Dallas, which after that blockbuster trade, oh boy, did it deliver drama. We're talking tears, a monster box score, as well as Mavericks GM Nico Harrison feeling the heat from the fan base that's still not over it, which rightfully so. So, because buckle up, this is one almost saw the Lakers choke away from a golden opportunity. But picture this, right? Luka, now rocking the Lakers purple, steps onto the Dallas court for the first time since the Mavs shipped him out on February 2nd. Crowds buzzing, t-shirts saying thank you for everything, and Slovenian draped over every seat. Obviously, you got the tribute video, which Luka's game winner against Rudy Gobert in last year's playoff, his finals run, and all while Luka's wiping tears, barely holding it together, man. He later said he didn't think he could play even after that, but he did, and he showed up, dropping a whopping 45 points, tying his season high on 16 of 28 shooting, 7 of 10 from the 3, with 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and 4 steals in 38 minutes. That's vintage Luka masterclass, reminding everyone why trading him was wild. LeBron backed him up with 27 points, 13 in the fourth to slam the door shut, plus 7 rebounds and 3 assists. Max Christie chipped in 20 points off the bench, and Rui Hachimura added 15. For Dallas, Najee Marshall led with 23 points, while Anthony Davis, part of the trade that sent Luka to LA, had a quiet 13 points and 11 rebounds on 5 of 13 shooting. The Mavs bench struggled, with their 38 and 42 record showed why they're stuck in the play-in hunt, while the Lakers win clinched a top 6 seed at 49 and 31. All while having first-year head coach JJ Redick having multiple roster turnovers, obviously having an AD roster at the beginning and then transitioning now to a Luka led team. Now let's talk about where this game nearly went sideways for LA. Because there was a moment where it could have been a choke, but they led by 13 and they honestly got it done. And you know what? With all things being said, there is one thing we need to talk about, and that is the tension between the Luka and the Mavs, man. Because listen, them chants got loud. If you saw the clips on Twitter, man, you had Mavs fans chanting "Fire Nico Harrison," and then there was this one clip with Mark Cuban just kind of like looking so stressed and just so disappointed in it all, man. Because everyone knows like Mark Cuban was like live or die by Luca, and obviously he's not a majority owner anymore. He sold majority of his shares, so he's not necessarily tied into the day-to-day operations or anything that has to do with the Mavs for that matter. And that's something that I believe most fans still don't know. So if you're in that threshold, yeah, Mark Cuban has nothing to do with the basketball operations with the Mavs. He already sold his ownership rights. And for Nico Harrison, hey, the guys, man, the Mavs fans hate this man. Like he was feeling it. Look, it stings for Mavs fans because you trade away literally the only guy, like your future, the reason people go to Mavs games for. And honestly, it's one of those things that, oh, excuse me, we're gonna look at. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna just say it's already looking like the worst trade ever. And I think anybody that's kind of like calling their shot early, saying this is the worst trade ever, like you're not wrong. Stand on business. I'm for sure gonna stand on my take for what I said because the whole reason that the Mavs made this trade was to win now. And look at them at the play-in on their way out, while the Lakers secure a top seed in the playoffs, man, in the West, mind you that. So also add to that, Luka Doncic was the highest selling jersey, so it's all bad. Maybe those rumors of the Mavs trying to move out of Dallas is honestly they have to be true at this point because This is suicide. You don't have enough fans wanting to go, obviously outside of the Lakers game, but outside of that, what do you really have to look forward to this season? And in the future, I mean, not so much like going into like several years down the road, but you got a lot of aging guys, and with the whole win now move, I just don't see this team being anywhere close to that for the Mavs. But I think that's a Mavs problem, man. Jason Kidd, I'd hate to be in his position, bro, because that was rough. And Nico Harrison, if he gets fired, I don't think he's ever gonna be have touching a job in the NBA after that. But honestly, that's just my take. I think the Lakers are hot right now. I would not want to see them in the playoffs because Luka is. I feel like this game was sort of like the game for Luka to like mentally kind of tap out of and move on from the Dallas Mavs era, and like now he's officially like all in on the like on the Lakers. And that's scary, man, because obviously there was acclimation period for him, right? Which was during this season, but now I truly feel like he's kind of comfortable. He understands the system better, and when you have someone like JJ Redick in his Big Brain podcast, I just think that they're really gonna have a serious run here, man. Lakers, I see them going into the deep playoff run. Which, before I get into that, why don't we just preview the play in slash playoffs, man?